What is up, YouTube? Welcome to PanFro Games. In today's video, we have a brand new 7-star raid coming to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet this week, and that is going to be the 7-star Fairy Terra type Primarina. Now, this is going to be a doozy of a fight because Primarina is an incredibly strong Pokemon, and we're going to break it all down here. And of course, guys, if you like my type of content, enjoy these videos, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it, and consider supporting the channel by joining the Pan Fam by that join channel member button below. So let's dive right into it. So one is going to be this week, May 10th through the 12th. Now, if you are in the United States like I am, this is always going to happen on the Thursday, so the day before. So it's going to be May 9th for us, and it's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern, and you can figure out for yourself in the other time zones, but the West Coast is going to be at 5 p.m. Pacific time. So it's going to be Thursday. We're going to be doing a live stream of this as well, so definitely be there. We're going to be testing all the different solo builds that I'll be making this week for this raid. Now, if you do miss it this week, we'll be back May 17th through the 19th. So we're going to have 2 weeks in a row of Primarina, and it's going to drop Urban Mystica. Like the previous 7-star raids, we're going to be getting a 15% chance of getting a Urban Mystica drop, at least one. You can obviously get more than just one Urban Mystica, and it will be dropping all the different variants too. So if you are still shiny hunting in this game, which you should, get that shiny living dex, then this is going to be a great opportunity to do so. Now, looking at Primarina's stats, yes, it is a water and fairy type Pokemon with the Terra Fairy. So fairy type moves are going to hit so incredibly hard from this Primarina. It's going to be problematic. Now, all 7-star Pokemon do have the Mightiest Mark when you catch them, but they also have their hidden ability. And the hidden ability of Primarina is going to be Liquid Voice. Now, Liquid Voice is a very powerful hidden ability. It turns all sound-based moves like Hyper Voice into water moves, which is incredibly powerful, which means Hyper Voice is a water move, which means it's going to get Stab on top of that as well. And I definitely think we're going to see Hyper Voice on Primarina, and of course something like a Moonblast as well. Now, why is this Pokemon a threat? Well, looking at its stats, 126 special attack is gonna hit so hard, and this is gonna hit so hard with the fairy type and the Fairy Terra. You probably need to resist fairy type moves in order just to stand a chance here, but you also got to watch out for water type moves. With that Liquid Voice getting that additional stab on like a Hyper Voice, that's going to be really problematic too. So having Pokemon with high special defense and good resistances here is going to be key to winning this fight. Now, it has a high special defense of 116, which means, you know, you could use the Golden Go method with like the 3 raid cats, which I think is going to be worth trying, but with a base 116 special defense, it is going to be very bulky, and especially if the Primarina is times 35 max HP, I don't know if Golden Go can actually break through it. I'll be running calcs later in a future video just to see if we get some one-turn KOs, but it's going to be very interesting to see how it works. Now, it doesn't have the best HP stat. 80 HP is like decent. Has bad attack, which I don't expect is going to have any physical attack. Bad defense. Now, this is how we get through this Primarina. This is how we're going to be able to get through it, right? 74 physical defense means physical attackers are going to be the way to go here. 74 of 80 HP is not that strong, so like something like a Scizor can really put in some work here. And because it is fairy type, it only has 2 weaknesses, and that's going to be to steel and to poison. So those are the 2 types from physical attackers that we need to be checking out here. Now, scrolling down a little bit and looking at the moves, we're going to be looking pretty much at all the special moves here, right? So from the moves that it actually learns, Moonblast and Hyper Voice are going to be the 2 locks are absolutely for sure on this Pokemon. Moonblast is going to be its Fairy Stab, and because of its hidden ability, Hyper Voice is going to become its Water Stab. So those are 2 absolutely going to happen. Now, it does have something like Baby Doll Eyes, and because it does have a really bad physical defense, Baby Doll Eyes has a priority move that's going to reduce your attack stat by 1. This is actually going to be pretty huge against our physical attackers, so having a Pokemon with like King Gambit, like Defiant, could absolutely be crucial to survive in this fight. So I do think it might have something like Baby Doll Eyes to protect its lower defensive stat. Now, it does have Sparkling Aria, which it could use. I mean, I could see this over Hyper Voice potentially as well. It is a signature move, so I could actually see that happening too. Now, looking at the other special moves on this side here from the TMs, it's going to have a couple TMs for sure. I can also see chilling water being a thing to lower the physical attack stat coming out of your attackers here to make it a lot more problematic. I mean, potentially Draining Kiss is a move it could have. Draining Kiss is, you know, scary, get some HP back, have some sustain on it. And then like some coverage moves here it has, right? Shadow Ball is a really good general coverage move as well. Energy Ball could be a decent coverage move to deal with Pokemon that resist water, so that could be really strong here. I can also see how like a tactical nuke with a water move like a Hydro Pump, that could definitely make a lot of sense to me as well. Now, looking at the status moves, if it doesn't have Baby Doll Eyes, I could see it totally running something like Charm here. Rain Dance could increase the water damage coming out of it. It could run Screens. It has a lot of options here. The scariest option though we haven't talked about is Calm Mind, increasing its special attack and special defense by 1 stage. One of these Calm Minds would be absolutely brutal, and we know how these raids work, where if it's a move that is in the natural move pool of the Pokemon, where it just like will use it instead of like the special timed moves, if it uses it whenever it wants to, this is gonna be a +6/+6 Primarina by the end of turn 2. So this is going to be very problematic. I don't know if they'll go that hard just because the Pokemon has incredibly good stats for special attack and special defense already. I do think it'll go for the way of maybe either having like Baby Doll Eyes or like a Reflect to increase its physical defense or lower your physical attack, so you just have a harder time breaking through it. But of course, there are ways and strategies to get through all of that. Lastly, it could have Haze. If it doesn't do any setup moves at all or debuffing moves, it could be a Haze user, and we have seen Haze in the past from Inteleon, and that was a devastating raid, so we got to watch out for Haze as another thing. But honestly, looking at this Pokemon, the big thing is going to be Physical Steel, Physical Poison. Now, there is a lot of great options for this. I think Scizor is going to be a really great option here. You know, resist the fairy. You have pretty good defenses in general, and you're going to hit very hard. So I'm looking at Scizor as a pretty solid option. King Ambit is another great option I would definitely recommend here too. On the Physical Poison side, there isn't as many great options, but you know, there's gonna be some good ones, and I'm gonna have a solo build video out probably tomorrow, so stay tuned to the channel for that information. And yes, Golden Go I think is gonna be another great option with the raid cats. I'll be exploring that method too. But of course, guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. And like I said, I'll be doing a live stream this Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern for the Primarina raid, so stay tuned, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a good one.